Hi everyone, welcome to your week 4 reading for the month of August 2022. I said week 4, but really it's just going to be for the rest of the month. So coming from today, Monday, August 22nd, all the way to the end of the month on August 31st. As you guys know, these readings are timeless and signless, so it doesn't matter what your placements are astrologically, and it doesn't matter what time you watch this video. If it crosses your path, then you have enough energy within you, bless you, to manifest at least one of the messages in this reading. So, of course, exercise discernment, and we'll just do our best. And also, I just want to say there's a little bit of noise going on. The young family that's next door is out, and yeah, so I'm going to leave it at that. But anyway, let's jump right in. It's been quite a time right now, lots going on. Oh, and if you're interested in having a personal reading with me, please do go ahead and check my Etsy page. The Etsy information is all there. And of course, I do healing energy shifts as well. I just suddenly got bank energies. So maybe somebody here is dealing with a bank, but I don't know exactly why they're going with that energy. Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Just give me a second. All right, thank you. So as I tune into these energies, guys, what I'm getting is that a lot of you are definitely on the precipice of making a huge decision in your life. There really seems to be a decision that is upon you. And I feel really, really positive about this decision because it almost feels as though you are poised to make the decision that is in your highest interest. So I feel that there's going to be a new contract coming in, or some type of connection or union or collaboration. Maybe collaboration is the best word here, but some type of collaboration that's going to come about over the next 6 weeks is what I'm getting. And this is going to bring you a lot of, I'm getting 2 words. Number 1 is fruition, which is a great word. And the second thing is I heard futility, but then it also seemed like a play on the word fruition, like becoming frutility. Fruitility. So the reason why I'm getting this energy of quote unquote frutility is because it's a combination of it almost feels like there is an energy of futility mixed in with whatever this situation is, but whatever it is going to result in your fruition or fruition for you. So perhaps this may be a decision that you really just get ushered along with. Maybe you don't have as much agency in it as possible, as much agency in it as we would like, and basically, for example, because time's running out, or maybe something within this energy that's opened up for you has grabbed your attention, and it's like, now I have to do it now, or there's just some urgency or something that's related to this. But whatever this is, it feels very good, but it almost feels like a lot of air energy. So it feels almost like engaging along this path, but instead of walking along the path, you find yourself saying yes to the path. Great, this is you, great job. Collaborating, we have this beautiful energy here, but it's not a path. Oh, look at this card. Yeah, I knew this card wanted to come in, but it's not going to be a path where you end up walking. For example, it's like you expect to walk down this path, but instead it's like you fly, you take to the air, just like this Fool card here. He's about to walk off this cliff, but he's going to be along his path, but it's going to be through the air. So interesting how that plays out. Very interesting. Yeah, look at this. See, 2 worlds, and then we've got this card here with this lady here, and then she's got her guides whispering in her ear, and I see assurances that everything is going to be all right as well. I see this 2 again, 22 though, master number 11 here. This is divine collaboration. So I'm getting this all roads lead to Rome. That was one of the messages that kind of came through in one of the daily readings. I believe it might have been last week, in the story. So as you guys may know, I do post a daily message most days. Yeah, most days. Every now and then I don't, because it just doesn't come up, or I'm busy or exhausted. But anytime I do post a post on Instagram or YouTube, I also post it to my stories on Instagram. And the reason why I do that is because there's usually a channeled song that comes through with a frequency, and also a little bit of a mini message that you can only see in the stories. And so one of those mini messages was just that, about all roads lead to Rome. So no matter what big decision you may be faced with at this time or what's going on, I just definitely feel like there's a little bit of a futility energy, like it doesn't matter, it's all going to cycle into this collaboration. Okay, for somebody here, I feel that you're going to be getting out of a roommate situation, but it feels like a male. It almost feels like two male roommates. Okay, it doesn't have to be biologically male, but it does feel like it is biologically male, but two masculine roommates. And you're going to be one of, whoever you are listening to this, you're going to be removed. I almost wanted to say removing yourself, but it feels like you're going to be removed from a living situation with somebody else. Now, if this is not you and it's your partner who's going to be, or partner, however you want to interpret that, housemate, partner, romantic partner, who's going to be removed, I feel that whoever it is that is removed from the situation, the living situation, is going to be lured away. It almost feels like it's almost like this person, and I'm getting a little bit of, oh, now you see their true colors, is exactly what I'm getting. So it's almost like, oh, well, great, we're good now, we're going into this together now, whether it's romantic or not, maybe you're just housemates or whatever. But when something better comes along in the estimation of the other person, all of a sudden they kind of just they're like, bye. And it almost feels a little bit cold. Feels a little bit cold, like cold-hearted. Yeah, kind of that kind of feeling. And it feels, I'm getting the word flower, Flour. So that's for somebody there. They're giving that symbol there for somebody, so that you could know that they're definitely talking to you, but they could be talking about a dynamic that affects quite a few of you. Okay. Maybe you're not two male roommates, but this dynamic is similar to whatever you're going through. But either way, the energy here is like, told you so. There's an energy of we told you so. This is something that has been coming down the pipes. I keep saying, is it coming down the pike or pipe? Anyway, I feel like I keep Googling that and I just never know. But either way, both work. Something's coming. This exodus, so to speak, is coming, and I'm feeling that it's almost like either one of us had to go. One of us had to go. We can't both stay here. And it feels like this other person is vacating the premises. They're leaving. And this is because something, quote unquote, better came along. Would be somebody who gets dazzled by the eyes. They might have a little wandering eye. They may have come upon something that to them would be eye candy. It doesn't have to be another person, by the way. It could be an opportunity. Oh, I had this job opening up here, I'm going to go there. Oh, a better opportunity for a better living situation came up. Deuces. This is the energy of that situation there. And if that is happening, see, even this, look at two people going their separate ways. If that's something that you have, and you're the one who is being left in the situation, and your partner or your roommate or your buddy or whatever is leaving the home situation or whatever this union or connection is with you, then please know that Spirit is asking you to remember that it wasn't always good times. So you're being asked, now we're opening it back up to people generally. You're being asked right now, guys, that anything that falls away from your life is not meant for you, number one. And number two, one of the best ways to move forward from something that was not meant for you and that has left your life as a result, see how I strung that together? One of the best ways to move forward from that is to not sugarcoat the past. Remember, this was not always perfect. In fact, this was probably not healthy at all, right? So I'm just letting you guys know that that's a dynamic that we're seeing here. And of course, right now we have a lot of separations going on. We're still kind of coming out of, well, we're not in Lionsgate anymore. Obviously, that portal-y situation has kind of played out, but we're still living in the after effects of it. Things that, towers that came down, ideologies that have changed, truths that have been revealed, right? So it's just all out mass revelations of some sort, things that are changing our mindset, and not only changing our mindset, but changing the trajectories that we're taking in life. Things have come to our attention. Once something comes to your attention, it is now officially a choice. Now, that doesn't mean that all choices are equal. Some choices are harder. You know, sometimes we have a Sophie's choice, and another time we have a choice like, okay, what am I eating for dinner, right? But either way, there's still a choice there. And I do feel that that's an energy that's in the air. Also, we're having a lot of communication right now. Let me tap into that communication energy. As I tap in, it feels almost like two levels. By the way, I heard flour earlier. I heard milk. Now I'm hearing bread. So that's for somebody. But I do want to let you know that when I feel into this communication energy, it's almost like two layers of it. One is very staticky down here, and then up here is more clear, okay? So it almost feels like this is a clearer energy setting your course. The clearer energy for this communication, handling this communication energy, because everything is energy. Think of it as just waves of energy, particles of energy, whatever you'd like to think about it as. See yourself as immersed in it and collaborating and being of that energy and intermingling with that energy. So what energy are you in? What flow are you in? What static are you in? So think about that. And what I'm seeing here is that if your intention is to get into the flow of energy and to let things flow and play out, set your course. That looks like you taking, on a practical level, intentional steps forward. Live in your intention. What is your intention? Intention is that thing that steers your boat. Remember, the boat or the vessel that you're in cannot see properly because you've got all sorts of distortions, you've got all sorts of things that are going on, traumas, wounds, all of that stuff. So your best bet is to surrender to something higher than yourself. It doesn't even have to have a name. Surrender to your health and well-being. Surrender to your comfort. Surrender to peace. Surrender to your right to belong on this planet, right? Surrender to something higher, a higher ideal. And once you set your intention to surrender to that and to be within the flow of that, what happens is that you get in the boat and you flow with it. The only time that flow is going to be disrupted is when you struggle to let go of all the things that cannot come along with you in that boat, because it would be counterproductive to the intention that you set. So once you set an intention for something at a conscious level, you're automatically signing yourself up for simultaneous surrender to the divine, but also very much gatekeeping. Now you are the gatekeeper for what it is that you want to see made manifest in your life. If you pray for something, if you set that intention, if you ask, whatever your language is, then it behooves you to allow yourself to be moved in that direction. And remember that any incoming energy, people, places, things, situations, ideas, opportunities, whatever, that come into your awareness for your engagement with it, it's either it is in alignment with the intention that I said I want, or it is not. And that's all there is to it. And, it's very plain and simple, but we struggle as human beings because we struggle to let go. We struggle to disassociate from things that aren't good for us, okay? And we talk ourselves into having certain rationales as to why we cannot let go. But the problem is that even having that rationale as to why you can't let go occludes, love that word, covers, obstructs, right? Your intention. Because if your intention is to find somebody who loves you, for example, because I know a lot of people look for love reasons, if your intention is to be in a happy, safe, committed, connected, companionship kind of love, and that's true and whatever, if you are trying to frequent places where you know you can't get that. You're at the bar. I'm sorry, some of you may have found your true love at the bar or on Tinder or wherever, Grindr, wherever you are, but that's not the majority of people, okay? But if you have this intention to find a peaceful kind of real love, and you're going places that are not conducive to that, or you're engaging in activities that are not conducive to that, or you're not following your guidance, guess what? What you're doing is you're talking yourself into these activities that by definition will divert your attention away from your intention. So the point is, setting the course means coming up with the idea, setting the intention, screaming it up to the universe, help me out, and they bring things towards you. But you are the gatekeeper. You're ultimately the gatekeeper who makes the decisions as to what energies you want to allow into your energy field and what energies you would like to keep around, okay? And if you have energies that were already there, release them if they're becoming counterproductive to what it is that you say that you want. The universe doesn't take things away a lot of times. Sometimes it does, but a lot of times you might be surprised to see that you are the one who deep sixes a lot of things. You block your own blessings, okay? So that's what I'm seeing so far. This is about being intentional. But it's easy to say, I'm going to be intentional, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. The hard part is to do the gatekeeping. Look at that, clearing the way. The hard part is doing the gatekeeping. What if you found out, oh shoot, I'm the one who made the tree fall and now I have to clean it up, and yeah, of course, take it, look at this. Look, you're always going to get offered something. The universe provides. That's what the universe does. You will always be provided something. The question is, what is the quality of that thing that you're being provided with? What is it that you said you wanted, and how far from that tree is this apple that's being given to you, right? So on top of seeing if, oh gosh, I don't know why I just lost my train of thought for a second. I scratched my head and lost it. But anyway, the point is that I was trying to say, you are always going to receive, but it's your job to discern and to decide. Discern what it is that you are being offered, determine the quality, and decide what you're going to do. Triple D, okay? Again, so you're always going to get stuff from the universe. You're just going to get. That's it. Especially when you set your intention, things are definitely going to start flowing, right? But it's up to you to take that triple D approach. What was it again? You have to shout it out, everybody, shout it out. You have to discern what it is that you get. Then you have to determine, I forgot, but anyway, and then finally you have to decide. You get the point. You're the gatekeeper. Make all the choices here. So then you might ask, well, if I'm doing triple D action, then what exactly is it that Spirit does? Well, Spirit helps you to take notice of things that, hey, weren't working. They try to push things in your direction so that you can see it, but ultimately, and they help you to expand upon whatever it is that you're learning. But at the end of the day, they're not here, and I have to hear this too. It's a tough pill, because you guys know me. I do love my team. You have to be the one to make the decision. Okay, you have to be the one to discern what it is that you're looking at, and discernment takes skill. That's something we're learning. We're learning how to discern, right? You have to determine the quality of what it is that you're looking at, and then you have to decide what it is that you're going to do. And part of the discernment process and the determining process requires that you have as clear, number one, of an objective. That's your intention. What's my objective here? What's my intention here? And you have to have as clear a view as possible. And the perspective is where a lot of people get lost, because we carry so much stuff within that we're just not aware of, that are affecting us. Our old wounds, our conditioning, our prejudices, past lifetime stuff, right? Our lack of commitment in this lifetime, our desire to just be taken care of without taking accountability, all sorts of stuff, denial. So really, it really is up to you to really do some legwork in this lifetime. If you're tuning into this video, then chances are that you have legwork that you need to do, and you have heard that call, and it's within the realm of your possibility and hopefully probability to do whatever legwork is appropriate for you. The legwork means learning to become aware of what it is that you're carrying within your energy field. Some of the stuff I just mentioned, your conditioning, past lifetime, wounds, inner children stuff, attachment issues, right? You name it. Also, to be aware of how you're being in the world. We're not talking about how you are, because what you are is love, and that's it. But the thing about humanity is that we are all love, but we are being different things, right? Human being, right? We're being different things. And a lot of times we don't realize what it is that we're being, how we're showing up in the world. And again, it's a perspective issue. But if you think that it's just, I'm just gonna change and that's it, it's going to happen automatically, it's just not going to happen that way. You're either going to get worse, or you're just going to plateau and just keep experiencing effects. It's like getting hit by the wave until you realize, oh my God, I'm in the ocean and there's a wave coming, and I notice that when a wave comes, I tend to do this and it doesn't help. I try to do this and it doesn't help. Maybe I should do this. And not, you know, when you're aware and you observe, you can make different changes, and that's all part of learning how to discern. I remember the triple D: discern what it is that you're being offered, determine the quality of it, and decide what it is that you're going to do. Now, the aftercare about deciding what it is that you're going to want to do is that you kind of learn what works and what doesn't work. And sometimes you're the one who changes. So what totally would have worked a while ago no longer works now, not because you were on the wrong track, but because you've changed and you have I wanted the word proliferated wants to come out, but you've changed and you have come through with different ways. So let's take a look at these two cards here. They're mirroring each other. You see how he is as a young man. He's carrying certain ideas, he's learning, and now look at him as an older man. He's holding something different now. His hair has gone gray, right? He's holding a book now. His friends and guides are now more visible because he's more aware of them. Right here, he wasn't aware. He was more in the physical world, right? So there is a joy to getting older. Maybe some of you listening to this are starting to feel a little out of touch with certain things. I almost want to say out of touch with reality. Oh, let's talk about that. So let me just first of all say that allow yourself to progress so that you can have this evolution of self. But let's talk about getting out of touch with reality. I feel like, and sometimes maybe I do, we don't know, right? We're all learning here. But the warning here is to make sure that you are not out of touch with reality. If you're in magical thinking, if you're wanting to be the magician all the time, sometimes the magician is not what you need. The magician, yes, we love the magician. He works on all of the elements. He works, metaphysically, blah, 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 but very, very physically, right? But sometimes you need to take another kind of approach, and that's okay. Sometimes you have to get different perspectives going as well, is what Spirit is saying. I'm picking up some energies of October. Hold on, let me see what this is. Oh, I wonder, is there another eclipse for this year left? I mean, I don't know when, but I just heard eclipse. So there's an eclipsing coming. So if it's not an actual solar or lunar eclipse that we're talking about, it could just be some type of energetic eclipsing. But something about an eclipse, following an eclipse, is just going to be this boom, magnificent amount of energy that just pops out, that just literally pops out at you. So if you guys find yourself somehow in the dark night of the soul in some way, I do want you to know that, or in some type of vibe or low situation, there's going to be a lot of energy that comes after that. Hold on, guys. Please forgive me. Let's all take a quick 2-minute break. I have to be right back. And I'm back. Oh my God, you guys, forgive me. TMI maybe, but I really had to excuse myself. Let's just say I'm drinking way too much water. I don't even know how these messages were coming through. Anyway, let's continue. Oh my God, if we don't have a sense of humor, what do we have? Anyway. Okay, and I ran up a whole spiral staircase, so please, I'm just gonna catch my breath. All right, let's get back to business. Thank you. What I was saying is that it could be around the month of October. This need not be an actual eclipse that we're seeing, but again, I just didn't check because I didn't know they were going to say this. But there's going to be an event or some type of an eclipsing of energy. It feels like a, and then a poof. Does that make sense? I'll do it again so you don't have to rewind, but it's like all of the energy goes dark and then and something is just cleared, and it's just like this whole okay, they're like, thank you. Underneath this card is the clearing the way card, and I want to show it, but they're like, don't even worry about that, focus on what's coming after that. When here he is offering a ball of light, there's going to be like I don't want to say explosion, but it's like and in fact, behind this person's head, this person offering you something, if he were to move over to the side, there would be a lot of light shining. So there's a little bit of a transformation that's going to be happening here later. I'm going to tell you now. This is interesting. I was going to say I'm going to make a prediction, and I've never said that if ever one time. Well, I'm channeling, so I guess someone's making this prediction. I'm going to make a prediction. Once this light starts to, it's almost like taking a plug from the drain in the tub. All of the old stuff kind of just goes. It's like the minute I do this, and you have this removal, this thing, this light is going to come, and I just see people turning away from you because the light is going to be so bright. So whatever this transition is, or I'm hearing transition, whatever this transition is or this transformation is that you're going to be undergoing, is almost going to be so bright that energetically certain people, places, things, situations, ideas, all that will no longer be able to stand in the light. It's to stand. So some of them may actually have experiences like, I can't stand you. because I can't stand here. Yeah, they can't stand you. It's almost, and look how it's even covering up this cute little angel who is holding, very importantly, some contracts. Look at that. It's like that's all the old phase. I almost want to lay a whole bunch of cards over just everything, right? Just to cover up that old phase of being. And then I'm getting the energy of school. So maybe after something happens here, some of you will be going back to school for something. Some of you may be schooled about something. I see a lot more hobbies coming in. I see a lot more, maybe some money that could be, like maybe some of these hobbies could be lucrative. I see stargazing for somebody, connecting to higher energies because of this jump. I'm seeing possibly, for example, someone here getting into poker or something like that, because I'm seeing spades here and making money from it, you know. So I'm just, it's just a different life altogether, different lifestyle, different life. I am seeing fish here, so maybe that's for somebody. So maybe somebody is getting maybe somebody here, at least one person, will be getting dietary changes, maybe leading you more towards fish or away from fish. I'm feeling that the energy around you will change, the body will change, your diet may change. You may have different desires. Maybe you want more vegetables now, or fish, and less meat, or something like this. So I'm getting a lot of stuff. You may also find yourself to become quite prolific. Deep breath, right? Me running up these stairs. You may find yourself to become more prolific. So if you're a writer, it's all of a sudden, I can't stop writing now. Just a lot, yeah? Oh, I love that. Burst of magic. Weren't we just talking about that? We're just talking about the energy. When this changes, around October, I'm getting, it's like, right? But right now we see this Buddha prepares. Whatever we're going through now, guys, as a collective, I'm seeing sea salt, okay? A lot of sea salt energy is coming through, salt water energy is coming through. Whatever we're doing now, we're helping to prepare you for that, okay? We're preparing you for this transition. So look at this combination, great big love and a deep breath, body and soul. So again, we see the body and soul coming together for this transition. I see the Akashic library here. There's a message that maybe some of you are wondering about 6 to 8 months down the line. Interesting, all of this is coming up now. 6 to 8 months down the line, there's some worry about some stuff that, okay, let me rephrase that. Some of you are worried about what may or will be, some of you have an idea of what this is, will be occurring about 6 to 8 months down the line from now, within 6 to 8 months. I'm getting, if like maybe somebody here wants to buy a home, for example, somebody here seeing an RV or trailer, you know, you guys are having different things going on. I'm seeing the words big surf, right? So you have different things going on. I feel like I want you to not so much worry about getting the details of what's going to happen down the line. You see this Akashic library card? They're saying you, not in a mean way or anything, they're saying you have no business, as neutrally as possible this is being said, you have no business in the Akashic library. You have no business trying to get into the details of your life coming within the next 6 to 8 months. It's like, let that go. Focus on the here and now. And I keep seeing surfing, the beach, the ocean, salt water, sea salt, things like that. Yeah. So my mind was like, oh, I wonder if I just have sea salt caramel cookies or something. Of course, I would go for food, right? But I'm also seeing Halloween energies, but this is, you know, because I feel like we're in the energy of that later this year. That's why. But anyway, a burst of magic. So let's see, what guidance is it that, any more guides that you can bring through? Let me see, maybe I don't need to use the cards right now, but let's see, what other information can we bring through for our peeps? All right, I'm getting put it away. So there are some things that you guys are being asked to put away right now. So some of you are being asked to elevate your consciousness, to grow up, to mature, whatever. And for you, this would be this would translate into the idea of putting away certain things that you no longer need to be doing because of your age. Putting away, I just see putting away, like for example, instruments that maybe you don't play anymore. Let's say you have a kid's violin, you're not a kid anymore, let's put that away. So there's a cleaning up, and it's almost, again, I'm getting the words exodus, but it doesn't mean that you actually have to leave a place. In this case, the exodus is talking about packing things up for good, putting it away, letting it go. In fact, I did see that card and I put it right back in, letting it go, because sometimes we don't realize when we're saying goodbye, when we're doing things for the last time. Like, hey, you don't know, but maybe you went to the supermarket, a specific supermarket last week, and you have no idea, but that is the last time that you will ever step foot on that property ever again. What if you said goodbye to a friend the other day, and you don't know, but that's the last time you'll ever see your friend physically, because between then and the time that you get to talk with them again, if ever they move to another country and you didn't get to see them before, and you may chat every now and then, but it's the last time that you physically get to see them, right? We don't know. We're having a lot of last time things and we don't realize it. And a lot of times we've already had these last time things with people and places and stuff, but we still keep those items that represent those people, places, things, those energies around us, because we haven't realized, oh, I'm never going to travel to this state ever again. Oh yeah, I lived in Florida for 2 years, and maybe I keep thinking, oh, I might go back one day, but I'm never, ever, it's not for me to ever go back there again, but I don't realize it. And I'm keeping this boogie board somewhere to go back there with it. I don't know, I don't really have that, but I did used to live in Florida. But anyway, but you see my point? So this is about packing things up, getting rid of things, and it's not just physical things. Putting things away, let it go. Cutting the tethers, right? We do a lot of cord cutting, of course, but this is like, hey, you don't need this anymore, you don't need that. So if you have any storage bins, try to get rid of stuff that you will never use again. You guys get the point, all right? And another message. Do we have any do we have any love messages? You guys, if you've followed me for a while, I'm a hopeless romantic. So it must feel kind of sad on some level that I don't do love readings. Unless, somebody orders a love reading, then I do it. But my guides channel different kinds of information through my channel. So let's see, any messages for anybody. Doesn't have to be love, but oh, thanks. The guides are asking, it's a kind of sounds like a reflection question, and I think it's for everybody. Do you like being alone? Do you like being alone? Because the way that question comes out, it almost seems a little like a prism. It hits a prism and then it shoots out to all different types of people, and it hits them differently. Some of you may be in relationships right now, but you've never felt more alone. Some of you are in codependent connections with people, need not even be romantic, but you don't understand the value of being alone. Some of you are just chronically alone and you feel lonely, right? And and the list goes on. Some of you never used to be hermity or the lone ranger or alone, whatever, but you suffered some type of trauma and getting someone's grandmother died or something like this, and now they are alone. They don't open their heart up again, so there are lots of things that you guys are going through, and the question the Spirit is asking is, do you like being alone? And it's a reflection question, because you're going to have to sit with that and think, what does it mean to be alone as far as I'm feeling it? Like, as far as I would define, what does it mean to be alone? Would I consider myself alone? What do I like about this? What do I not? What am I doing to contribute to this situation? If I'd like to have a change in circumstances, what can I do? And please, if you are coming up with an answer like, oh, I need to get out there and put myself on social media, and I need to go and sign up for dating apps and stuff, you're not getting the right answer, okay? This is not going to lead to some quick fix. I just have to get out there. It's usually something more than that. That may be a factor, but just because we have certain channels to do certain things, like, oh, if I'd like to date, I should get on these apps and stuff, doesn't mean that that's the method for you, number one. It doesn't mean it's the method for most people that are probably on those apps, right? And it doesn't mean that that's the guidance that you're getting. So again, we're going back to having the discernment. Discern what it is that's going on. So feels a little bit like a reflection moment here. I wanted to say period, but I'm not necessarily getting a period, but a moment. All right, maybe what can I do to improve myself? I do see for somebody here, there is a fear of putting yourself out there in a way where you can be seen. There's a fear in being beautiful. I'm seeing this here for at least one person. Maybe it's time to get spruced up again. Maybe it's time to get all dolled up, male, female, gender, non-conforming. Believe in yourself again. Whatever's going to be happening for you guys soon with this transition that you're preparing for, I feel that you might get a little bit of a second wind if you're willing to have that. So start thinking now about how you would like to have a transformation. Don't we just love August? Thanks, August. Well, thanks, August, because now we're officially starting to enter into colder weather. Well, maybe not yet. Some of you watching are like, no, there's a heat wave right here. But can I just have in my mind the idea that autumn's going to be around soon? So just give me a break, guys. All right, I do definitely welcome autumn each year. All right, so yes, that is what I'm getting for this last leg of August 2022, or whenever you're watching this. These energies are here, and I hope that you have found it useful in some way. And if you enjoyed the broadcast, please go ahead and show some love to the spirit teams and me and your higher selves here as well, with the hearts and the whatever it is, the thumbs up. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, or if you'd like an energy healing session with me, please go ahead and check my Etsy page. All of the information is there. But until then, why don't you go ahead and check out some of these readings, okay? Best of luck to you, and remember the triple D, all right? Triple D.